Good morning. Technical difficulties this morning, but guess what? We made it in here. So let me find it so that I can share it out and let's get our family in here. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm looking. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Prochetta. Hi, Sally. Yeah, I didn't want to cooperate this morning, so I had to reboot my computer, but it's working now and we're getting people in here. Hi, Jonna Raven Marshall. Good morning to you. Jean L'Oreal. Yes, good Sunday morning. It's Sunday, the beginning of a new week. So let's talk about that today. Let's talk about what you would like to accomplish in this moment that we have this Sunday morning and how that looks going into the new week. How does that look for you? So I'm just sharing it right now. Help me share it out, please. Okay, let's see who else on here. Cool beans. All right. Set the phone down so I can talk to you peoples. How is everybody? Busy as usual. Yes, Sally. Sally, I know your shop is not open tomorrow. So do you have anything planned fun to do? And what does that look like for you? What does fun look like? Good morning, Becky. What is fun? You know, we talk about that. We say life should be fun. We should be enjoying this journey. What is fun for you? When we were kids, we knew what fun was, didn't we? We knew that if we went out and played like in the neighborhood, if we gathered our peers, gathered some of our friends and maybe just got a game of ball together or just something simple, that was fun. It was simple. And to me, the more simple it is, the more fun it is. If I don't have to think about it, if I don't make it complicated, then it's easy. It's like hitting that easy button, and that's fun. So, what does fun look like now? Now that we're grown up, now that we're adults living with responsibility and all those have tos instead of the want tos. So, what's fun like in your world? Let's talk about that. What do you do for fun? Oh, thank you, Jonna. Marietta, good morning, my sweet friend. Marietta, I know that you know how to have fun. So let's talk about what fun looks like in your world down there in the Florida Keys, where life is fun there. Life is laid back. There's not a lot of stress. Well, I'm sure the hurricanes stress you out and the big storms. But what is fun? Crystal shopping is fun, isn't it? I don't know if everybody saw my new crystal baby. This is a healer's stone. And I just received this from my friends for my birthday. It's you can see it's kind of big. It fits in the palm of my hand, and it glistens and shines, and it's changing color more toward the gold sparklies in there. So yeah, crystal shopping or even playing with your crystals. I boxed up all my crystals last night because I want to bring them with me. I'm not leaving them behind. And that was fun to go through my crystals because I have so many. Sometimes I forget. But as I was doing that and playing with my crystals, I remember if somebody gave me a crystal, I'm like, oh, you gave me that. Or if I bought it and how it really appealed to me and I had to have it. And that was fun. It was fun because there was no thinking, there was no have to. I just got to sit and play with my crystals. So, Sally, you're organizing your home again. Awesome. And yes, Prachetta, a new beginning. That's what Sundays are. It's like a fresh start, isn't it? When we go through our week, we have certain things that the days are associated with, and then there's Sunday. And to me, Sunday's always been like that fresh start. It's that day that, either I can just be lazy and not do anything, or it's the day where I plan and I sit and look at what am I doing? That's a good day to do that, to take a piece of paper and pen and just say, okay, what am I doing? And just start to journal some on Sunday and see where that takes you. Catherine Kovacs, good morning. Rick Morrow, Hope, good afternoon to you, my dear. I hope you're doing well. And Jana said, oh, it's a beautiful crystal. Yeah, it is. It really speaks to me. They know me well, and they knew that I am on a healing journey. And this journey that I'm going on, I'm trying to remember what we called it because I'm working with Sherry Myers on really getting a lot of information out about what this journey is looking like and what it's all about. And I think we called it Our Journey of Healing. Okay, I don't see that I wrote it down. But I believe that's what we called it, Our Journey of Healing, because it's not my journey, it's for all of us. I'm taking all of you with me. So, what I'm getting ready to embark on is a journey of healing, healing for the earth, healing from the earth. And as I travel, there's going to be so much that comes through that's a healing energy. So, what I'm going to be taking off on and going across the country for is Our Journey of Healing. Do y'all like that? I love it. When Sherry said it, it was like, yeah, that pretty much sums up what I'm doing. And so, this stone that my friends gave me, this beautiful healing stone, will be right along with me every step of the way and will help pull through that healing as I go along. So I'm really excited about that. Good morning, Wendy. Thank you for being here. And Christina, Andrea Gregg, Rosa Albert. Rosa, I was just showing off my stone. Rosa is one of the owners of Love and Light Spiritual Emporium. And my friends that own the store are the ones that gifted me this beautiful, beautiful stone. And as I was saying, Rosa, it's going with me on this journey every step of the way. I'll be holding it, I'll be meditating while I'm holding it and just seeing what comes through from that. Okay, let's see who else is on here. Michelle Serio, Natalie Brown, Rosina Hodges, Nikhil Verma. Hello to all of you that are coming on. Simona, good morning, good morning. And Wendy, thank you for sharing this into the family. I appreciate you so much. How are you doing today, Wendy? I know it's afternoon for you now, so hopefully you've had a good Sunday morning and things are looking good for you. Okay, what else? Sally said, I'm painting in my downtime tomorrow, bringing home a couple of canvases to create with, hoping to sit out in the backyard and create something beautiful. I know it will be beautiful. Marietta says, we have fun taking friends out on our pontoon boat to explore the Keys, stop for lunch, and then find a great place for a swim. That is fun. Good morning, Rosina. And Christina says kayaking, hiking, and dancing. Those are your fun things. I love it. So for all of you just jumping in here, the question is, what is fun? What is fun in your world? And as I was saying earlier, we used to have an idea when we were kids, we just knew. We didn't have to think about it. We didn't have to sit around and say, wonder what fun is. what can I do that feels good? So now that are in our adult stage, some of us are anyway, um, sometimes we forget how to have fun. And we know that if we get into the energy of fun, that we're going to laugh, we're going to play, we're going to go to that place that just feels good just to be there. So let's just talk about what fun is. What is fun for you? Becky says your wings are appearing. I know, right? My friends that gave me the crystal, there was a card that came with the necklace that they also gave me. This was my new feather necklace, and I have to read the words of the card. It says, "Your wings already exist. All you have to do is fly." Don't you love that? Your wings already exist. We all have them. We all have those ethereal wings. We may not always be aware of them, but they're there. We have our wings. All we have to do is fly. All we have to do is let go and soar. And I was telling them when we were gathered the other night, I said, I feel like I'm standing there at that ledge with just open space ahead of me, and I'm getting ready to jump. It's like I'm just going into that spaciousness, into that place where you don't have to think about, I'm putting one foot down now, I'm going to walk forward. There's no thinking. Once you leave that ledge, you're just soaring. You're just being in your moments. So that sounds like a lot of fun to me. Doesn't it to you? Doesn't it feel like fun to not have to think about anything, to just go and be and do whatever is ahead of you, whatever comes your way? So I'm getting ready to have an adventure. I'm getting ready to have so much fun. And you all are too, because you're right there with me. And Sally says, my creative side gets to play today again. Yesterday, I was able to create body butter with essential oils. Ooh, that does sound like fun. And Sally says, I had woke up to messages about you, Teri, and Dawn Marie Garfield. Interesting. Rosa, I'm so glad you're with us this morning, honey. So you say I'm an inspiration. Well, I just opened my mouth. I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. Oh, that's really letting go. When you don't have an agenda, when you don't have a planned program, and you just speak, you just let spirit speak through you. That's fun. It is. It's fun. And Catherine says, Teri, there's an angelic being behind you. There's always angels around me. My house, my house is never empty. I can be walking through the living room, turn the corner, and there's an angel there. And I'm like, oh, hi. They're just always here. They always show me how protected I am. They show me how loved I am. And if I just sit quietly with them, they teach me so much. Wendy, you just popped in to say hi. You're off to work in a bit. Well, I hope you have a beautiful day, Wendy. I hope that it goes really well for you and quickly so that you can get back home and relax afterward. Rosa says, I love you. Can't wait to come along with you. Thank you, my darling friend. And Marianne, good morning, Marianne. So good to have you here. And Sumona says, good morning to you. And here in India, it's good evening. And Andrea is asking what the stone is made of. It's a quartz. Rosa, if you're still here with us, can you explain the healer's stone? It's a clear quartz, but it's got sparkles of gold in it. So I'm not even sure what all of the minerals are that make up the stone. So Rosa is our stone expert. and Rosa, can you explain maybe what all is in the healer's stone? What that ingredient, that magic ingredient is that makes it a healer's stone? Wendy says, feeling okay so far. I've been in my rest days for 4 days. Well, I hope they were good days and you got lots of rest and relaxation, because that helps us to heal. That helps our bodies to come back into its natural state of being, which is health. Okay, who else we got? Prachetta says, Very Terry, Prachir's stuff reached home in Goya today. Prachir is saying, thanks so much for your guidance and prayers. Prachir, you are so welcome. I'm so glad that you were united with your belongings from that move. And so Rosa says it's iron that gives it the red, so it's a healing mineral. It's like a reddish golden tint that it's got. Can you all see that? Can you see the energy and that color that's in it? I just love it. And the more I work with it, the more I meditate and hold it, the color gets deeper in it. And I was asking Rosa about that at the store. And she said, yes, it will change with your energy. And I know Gabby has a spirit stone and hers started turning blue. And so she was interested in what was making it turn blue. And it's responding to the energy of the person that's holding it, working with it, meditating with it, and pouring your energy into it. Okay, so what else do we have? Okay, Prachetta says, fun for me is having a nice chat with my favorite people with a nice cup of tea. Awesome. Gabby, you're here. Good morning, sweetheart. And Carrie, it's so good to see you on here. We've missed you, girl. You haven't been on with us in the mornings, but it's really great to see you on here this morning. And happy Sunday to everyone. Our discussion today is what is fun? Carrie, I know you know how to have fun. You're always having fun. You're like a kid. And I'm going to guess that fun for you is music. For me, it is too. I love music. If I can put on some of the music from when I was growing up, I just go there. I go there. Music transports us. It takes us to that place. Sometimes we remember a song from when we first heard it or from when we were singing it all the time. Remember what it's like to know the lyrics to songs? It's like the songs in the last years, almost like there are no lyrics. But when we played those songs growing up and we sang along with them, that's imprinted, and we still sing those songs. We sing every word as the song is playing, don't we? Anybody else do that besides me? Is it just me? Am I the only one that knows how to have fun with songs? I don't think so. And Carrie, I know that you're a big music fanatic. So that's a lot of fun to play songs and to really get into the energy of the rhythm. Music is sacred geometry, and that's why it feels so good. Sacred geometry, Archangel Metatron is the one that shares with us about sacred geometry and how that's where we create. We create with numbers, we create with feeling. So when we get into the sixth dimension and we're engulfed in all of that sacred geometry, there's sound that comes forth. And music is what? Music is sound. So when we're immersed in sound, we are in our element. We are not thinking at all. We're just being. We're just being. I mean, think about your favorite song. So tell me your favorite song and then get into the energy of it as you type that into the comments. What is your favorite song and how does it make you feel? How does that song make you feel? So let's see what your comments are. And Andrea, you're so sweet. She says, listening to you is fun. Thank you. And Jen says, hugs. Good morning to you. Yes, it is good to see you here. Becky says, golden healer. Oh, I like that. And Jean Lorio says, fun for me has always been being in nature, in a quiet, beautiful place where I can feel part of the loving universe. Having someone I love with me makes it better. Now I take all of you with me. Awesome. Awesome, Jean. That is great, isn't it? To be surrounded by our family, because we are family here. We are, if you're not part of our group, we are the Angelic River family on Facebook. We found each other during the pandemic and we unite every morning right here at Morning Cuppa Joy. We come together, we talk to each other, we share, we respond to each other in love. This is a very positive group that's uplifting to each other. And we're really bonded with love. That's with just wanting to be around each other's energy. Okay, so what other comments do we have? Becky says, it's quartz with gold. I love that. Catherine Kovac says, it looks like honey healing crystal. I love all these comments. It does look like honey, doesn't it? And Sally says, yes, so happy for cheer. I've been praying and setting this as an intention for a peaceful return. Yes, we've chanted for it, we prayed for it, we set that intention, and we claimed it. That's the energy that we're putting forward now, is we're going to declare things. We're no longer asking, because asking is coming from a place of lack. We want to come with confidence. So when there's something going on, such as what happened with Prachir's belongings and not being able to get them back, we claim them. We declare that it's our birthright to have that which we desire. And Prachir desired to be reunited with his things that he had packed to bring along with him on his journey that he went on. So we set that intention and declared that his belongings would come back to him intact and that he would have everything, all those beautiful memories right there united with him. And I was so happy that that came to fruition. Christina says, we have an old schoolyard merry-go-round and monkey bars. I occasionally jump on them. I found out my almost 50-year-old body can still hang upside down by my knees by the bar, and I have a hammock swing chair that I can swing on. Beautiful. Kuram Joseph on Periscope, good morning to you. I am doing wonderful. This is an amazing, beautiful day. We are gathered as we do every morning to share joy in the morning, and to share love and just be with each other, be in our energy, and stick with us until the end of this, because at the end we lift up each other's burdens, we take the prayers, speak them, and then speak healing energy over them with our love. Carrie says, I love fun, being in the woods, playing music, playing in water, and being free. Just being free. That's such a beautiful feeling, isn't it? Somebody asked me yesterday what I was feeling as I was letting go of, I'm letting go of everything that's material that I own, I'm letting go of. Some of it is going with me on the journey. Some of it is being packed in my suitcase. And of course, clothes. I have to have the clothes. But furniture, um, and books, everything that's sitting here that's material is going out the door. And so the question was, how am I feeling watching all those things just go? And honestly, I feel free. I feel free. I don't have an attachment to anything right now. I'm just being in the moment. And I love that. It's a very freeing thing to do this, to let go of things. So as I start the journey, I'm starting it with that reality of the freedom of letting go of everything and just starting it's like a fresh shell that I'm starting in and really doing a lot of release along the way. So I'm clearing out any emotion that comes up. Yesterday, I just sat here and I'm like, I'm only going to be in this place that I've lived in for the last 5 years. I'm only going to be here a couple more days. Actually, tomorrow is my last day here. So I sat and I wasn't sad. I sat remembering the years, remembering the things that happened in this place, a lot of energy that happened here. And I know that I'm leaving a part of my energy in here, the good part, the part that saged this place every day, pretty much for 5 years, where I brought the angels in here constantly. Other spirits came through to talk to me while I've lived here. So yeah, I feel not really sad, but it's going to be a part of my life that happened. It will be a past for me. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with walking out that door, locking it for the last time, and handing the keys to somebody else and saying, it's no longer my home. This has been home for 5 years for me. And now I'm ready for that new adventure, for wherever that takes me. So I'm just really excited and not sad at all for leaving everything that I have behind. Okay, Sally says, I have to listen to the oldies to keep me from going into my zone out modes, especially while I'm driving. Isn't that true? When we're listening to those songs that we know the lyrics to, we know the rhythm, we know everything, we can just sing along and just before you know it, the miles pass by. So yeah, there's a lot of energy in singing while you're in the car, while you're driving. Gabby says songs that you can sing to. Yeah. And belt it out on the road trip. Yeah, belt it out sing-alongs. Those are some of the best times. Carrie says it's sonic geometry as well, where even chords are formed. Angels are created. Angles are created. Yeah. Pachetta says, watched Grease 1 and Grease 2 with Pachir's girls. The girls were in awe after seeing John Travolta and his dancing. That's another thing that's fun, isn't it? When you can just move. You don't have to worry about doing it right or wrong. You just move your body to dance. And your body knows, it knows what to do. It knows how it wants to move. So just do it without worrying about, am I doing this wrong? Am I looking stupid? Is anybody watching? You know, that saying, dance like no one's watching. Doesn't matter if anybody's watching you. You're exploring and you're expressing yourself through movement. That's what dance is. Hope says, my favorite song as a child was Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree. I love that one too, Hope. I love that song. Sally says, I was visited by Metatron about a year ago for over a week, signaling a wake up from a transition, bringing a deeper spiritual understanding. That's the angel's job. They help us, they bring clarity and help us to wake up and to know things and to explore and learn and grow as we're going through this human body, through this human experience. Catherine says, I have so many of them, it's hard to choose which one. And Gabby says, Two Princes by Spin Doctors is my favorite. Well, I'm not sure I know that song, Gabby. I'm going to have to look it up and listen to it. So I'll have to see what that is. Prachetta says, my favorite song is Wham by George Michael's Last Christmas. And Carlos Whispers, also ABBA, I Have a Dream. Yeah, those are all great. Good morning, Nikki Summer. Hello and welcome. Jana says her song is Internal Flight by Estes Tone. Okay, I don't know that one. And Pedro is with us. Good morning. We're happy you're here. And Robin Fitzpatrick Evans is here. She says, it's been a while since I've been here, but I always know it's time for my river friends when I hear my notification. Even at work, I send out love to y'all when I can't listen. Well, thank you for that, Robin. We really appreciate the love. And Jana says, Light is My Soul by Ajit Kaur. I love that music. Thank you for bringing up that song. And Becky says, Fight Song is my favorite song. I love that one too. Carrie says, love my Beatles, of course. The reason their music makes you feel good is because of the megahertz they recorded at. Standard songs are recorded at 440, which deadens a song. The Beatles recorded at 528. They literally change your mood. And Jana says, fun to me is hanging out with my children and friends, talking, laughing, exchanging energy, car rides with good music. That is fun. And Carrie says, check out Graffiti 6. You Got the Sunshine. Best video to get you pumped. Beautiful. You know, my favorite song video is to the song Happy by Pharrell. And it's the one with the animals. It's so cute. If you've never seen that video, please look it up. It's called Happy with Animals, I think. And what they do is gather all of these animals. There's like an SUV or a van that's driving down the road, and they keep picking up dogs along the way. So the van's full of dogs and one cat. And then they go to the beach, and all the dogs are swimming in the water. They're just having a great time in the water, frolicking and swimming. And then you see the cat on the surfboard, and the cat's just like the queen of the water, just sitting there, no stress. All the dogs, they're moving around, they're having a good time, and the cat is just being, just being a cat, doing what cats do, just hanging out and ruling the neighborhood. I love that video. That is absolutely one of the videos that I laugh and sing along with. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't found it yet, go look up Pharrell's Happy with Animals. It's really fun. And Christina says, gosh, I have a lot of trouble picking just one song. I like Pink Floyd, the Beatles, Imagine Dragons, Train, Pink, Tori Amos, the Eagles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, you're naming my favorites there, Christina. Thank you. I love them all, and so does Becky. And Gabby says, check out This Is Me, The Greatest Showman. It's amazing. Sally says, it's time for you, Teri, to do some spiritual growing with meeting everybody. Yeah, exactly. I met Carrie a few years ago, and that was such a spiritual experience. Oh, I just love you, Carrie. And we did the heart to heart, where you just look in each other's eyes and you touch each other's heart center. What a beautiful experience that was with you. I think about that a lot. And I see my picture every once in a while of us doing that as we were standing there in our friend's house. Just a beautiful experience. So I know there's getting ready to be a lot more of those type of beautiful experiences as I go along this trip. Okay, what else we got? Robin says, I felt like that when I sold my first home, knowing a new chapter is here. And Nikki says she wakes up hearing songs. Anybody else? You know, I do that. Sometimes it's a song that's just relentless, that just comes through, and I know that there's a message somewhere happening with that song. And that happened yesterday. I talked about that on the show. I woke up to I'm Henry VIII, I am, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. So that song was for somebody. Hopefully you took your message and then now it will leave me alone. And Pranchetta says, let's have a farewell party for your house tomorrow. Well, thank you, Pranchetta. What a great idea. Thank you for that. Good morning, Kyle Ban on Periscope. Thank you for being here. And Pedro says, Queen Psych, Silent Lucidity. I'm not familiar with that one. And Carrie says, love you, sweets. Cannot wait. I can't wait to see you again also, Carrie. It's going to be beautiful. And Becky says, in conversation, I will hear songs. Yeah, I do too. It comes up, you know, somebody will say something or, you know, words will come out and we're like, oh, there's a song for that. And so you remember the song. It's all about remembering, knowing that we are spirit, knowing who we are, brings us to that good feeling. The songs make us feel good, don't they? Now, there are songs that will take us to a lower place, a lower vibration. But we have to have contrast. What kind of world would it be if we didn't know what dark was? We wouldn't appreciate the light. If we didn't know those struggles and those challenges that we go through, we wouldn't appreciate a good day, feeling good, feeling great, feeling wonderful, seeing the beauty. So we need the contrast. That's what we're here for. Okay, so I'm going to type in that it is prayer request time. This morning has flown by and it is time to share whatever is going on with you that we can lift you up for. And Jean says, have you been reading my story, Teri? Yes, I have. Your father's name was Henry. Okay, Jean, I think maybe that song was for you then. If you own it, if it resonates, the song that I woke up to yesterday it woke me up actually, was the song, I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am, I am. And that song also had played for me with one of my best friends that I saw yesterday. So yeah, I think there's a few people maybe that will own that song and will think, let me just ask if that's for me. And that's the thing to do. If a message is given, just see how it resonates with you. See what comes through for you and see if maybe there's a message. And Sally says, it's your inner DJ who wakes us up with musical messages. Isn't that true? Yeah, it's something that sometimes a loved one will come through with a message and it's a song that meant something to them or to the person that they're bringing the message to. Or sometimes it's the words in the song that is the message. So absolutely, Sally, thank you for that. And Becky says, like I was on YouTube and was going down the rabbit hole and here, connect the dots. Weird. No, we connect the dots all the time. I call it following the breadcrumbs. So you might get an inspiring thought, or you might have something that comes up and you followed that, and then your thought takes you to another place. So I follow the breadcrumbs all the time. I always say, okay, where are we going with this? Where are we going, angels? You're leading me somewhere. So yeah, absolutely. Connecting the dots and following the breadcrumbs. Same idea. Marietta says, 5 of the places where I have lived and called home have been torn down. So glad I know that home is in my heart. It absolutely is. I think I'm going to start using that, Marietta, because many people, when they hear that I'm moving out of where I am, the question they ask is, where are you going? You know, where are you moving to? Where are you going to? So I'm going home. I'm going home, and that's in here. Thank you for that, Marietta. You inspired me this morning. You always do. But now I know what my answer is, because I do get a lot of that. I get a lot of people questioning, where are you going? You know, I'm like, okay, I'm going home. I'll be going home when I leave this place tomorrow. And Becky says, I'd love some prayers. You had a bad EKG. Well, let's lift that up and let's tell a new story. Let's claim a perfect EKG for you. Claim it, Becky. Claim it. Feel it in your heart and bring it into reality with your words. Create a perfect EKG with your health. Create perfect health for you. Everything is working perfectly. This is the motto. Everything is working perfectly. So see it that way. Really bring that into reality. Hold it in your heart. What would it feel like, Becky? What would it feel like to have that test done and it was perfect? It was absolutely perfect, the very best it could be. Hold that feeling as you are visualizing it. Hold the feeling of perfect health. Everything is working perfectly. They're doing the testing and it's turning out exactly the way it should be. So go ahead and hold that energy and we'll hold it right along with you. We'll claim that for you. Okay, Erica Hoppy, good morning to you. Okay, Catherine Kovacs, any Stevie Nicks songs. Yeah, that's a great uplifting energy, isn't it? Becky says, hoping it's a malfunction in equipment and that you are claiming. Yes, absolutely. Claim that good health. Claim perfect health. And Carrie, you got to go. I love you, honey. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday. Robin says, just after my sister passed, I was really missing her and talking to her. Suddenly, I realized the song on the radio was a different type of music for the station. I listened closely. The words to the song was, I've loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. What a beautiful message she gave to you. That's awesome. And Becky says, I will definitely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Accept, align, allow your heart to thrive. Thank you, Marietta. Absolutely. Get into the state of allowance. When we are swimming downstream or rowing our boat downstream, there's no resistance. So just allow it to be. Allow it to be in its perfection. Allow yourself to be lifted up every moment, and you'll get into the accept, align, allow mode and stay there. Just stay in that energy. Don't keep going back to what was. That was in the past. That's happened. It's gone. It's done. That test is done. It's over. Now tell a new story. Create it the way you want it to be. Erica says, my grandma had a trivet on her wall that said, home is where the heart is. It absolutely is. That's where our true, authentic self is. It's in our heart center. It's not where our physical body is sitting inside four walls. That's not home. Home is in here. So thank you for that comment. Yes, I love that. And you keep it in your kitchen. Awesome. And Becky says, I'm so grateful for you ladies and gentlemen. I love you all. Love you too, Becky. I'm so glad that you're here and I can't wait to meet you. Okay, so it's time for our meditation and prayer this morning. And oh my gosh, I think we are just going to get into the energy of allowing today. Let's just do that. Let's go into the energy of allowing. Just not having to be, not having to do, not having to plan or have anything that's demanding on us. Let's just be. Just be. So we know how to do this. Just take that deep breath. This is your heart center. I always go to my high heart. We have where our physical heart is on our body, and our high heart is the chakra that runs just above the physical heart. So touching that area will bring your focus there. Wherever you're touching on your body, your focus is drawn to that chakra. And the heart chakra is all about love. And in spirit, all there is love. Love is the only thing that's real. So we're going into our home where only love is real. That's all there is. There's no fear. There's no anxiety. There's no stress. There's no worry. Only love. So let's go there. Let's go to that place. Any of you that have a prayer that you're holding right now, thank you for typing it in. If you're holding something right now that you want to be lifted up for, maybe it's a physical thing. Maybe there's something going on with your physical body. It could be pain. It could be some organ that's not functioning to its highest potential. I'm thinking of our hope with your kidneys and lifting you up for them to function properly. Thinking of Wendy with her gallbladder and her upcoming surgery that's going to be happening. Whatever it is that's going on in there, in your physical body, let's feed it love. Let's let love go right to that part of the body that may not be feeling so well or may not be functioning so well. And we're going to focus that love from here, from our home, from our heart. And you do it with the breath. So you breathe right into that area. Breathe into the heart. Hold the energy of love right in there. Letting everything else go with your out breath. You're going to breathe in the love and release out anything that's unlike love. Release the fear. Fear is the opposite of love, and they can't reside together. You can't hold both of those energies in this heart together. So one of them is going to take priority. One is going to push the other one out of the way. Which one are you feeding right now? Are you feeding the fear? Are you feeding it with your words? Or are you feeding the love and claiming your birthright? Claim your birthright to be happy and healthy and free. When we chant the words Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, we are claiming an amazing journey here. We're claiming that we are happy. We are claiming that we are free, free from suffering, free from restrictions, free from limitations. We are bringing in the energy of I am spirit. I am a spark of the divine. And I am perfection. I am perfection. The human body is not perfection. It will go away at some point. We can't stay in the human body forever. But the spirit that's inside of us is perfection. It never dies. It never stops. It never ends. So feel that. Feel how beautiful that is inside, to connect with that part of you that is forever. It's the forever beautiful part of you that knows exactly what you need in this human body to survive, what you need to thrive, what you need to heal. It's all inside of you. Everything that you need to heal is already inside your human body. You have that in you. You have perfection inside of you. You have greatness inside of you. If you're thinking small and you're thinking in a limited way of I can't, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy of perfect health, I'm not worthy of happiness, let's turn that around right now. Let's breathe all of that energy out of us. Breathe in the love, breathe it into your heart. Feel what that feels like. See your heart expand when you add love in there. When you add that energy of I deserve, I am worthy, I am enough, I am perfect. And when you say those words, when you say I am perfect, there's sometimes this automatic thing that kicks in because our world has created an energy around what perfection is and what it looks like and what it feels like. Let's lose that image of what the world says perfection is. And let's go into what God says perfection is. And you are perfect inside of you. You are perfect. Say that to yourself. I am perfect. And it's not in an ego human way. You're perfect in a spiritual way, which will guide your human existence. So be in your perfection right now. Be in perfect health. Be in perfect mind. Be in perfect body by staying in your home, staying in that place inside of you where you know this. You intuitively know that your home is a perfect state to be in. So let's all be there together right now. Let's be inside these human bodies where our perfect self resides. Keep breathing in the love. Keep breathing out the fear, the doubt, the low vibrations. Breathe them out and stay in your perfection. And in that perfect place of being, you create your world the way you want it to be. What kind of world do you want to live in? We talked about fun today. We talked about what fun is, what it feels like. Your inner self knows what fun feels like. It knows what fun is. It knows how to just be free and let go, to dance your dance like nobody's watching you. It feels good in there to be in that perfection. So be there. Be in that perfection. You can stay in that perfection. You don't have to go out of that home that's inside of you. When we move out of our heart, we move into our head. In our head, all of those thoughts are going to speak to us from memories. Our head is going to say, oh, you tried this before, it didn't work. You tried to be perfect and you fell off of that pedestal that you put yourself on. You tried doing something and it didn't work. It didn't turn out right for you, so you ran right back to what you knew. That's what the ego thoughts are going to say to you. They're going to say these things. Well, I'm here to tell you, get angry about that. Get angry at those ego thoughts, because that anger will motivate you to let go. And when you're motivated to let go of what's not working for you, you automatically find what is working for you. And what works is your perfection, being in that perfect energy of love, that perfect energy of knowing who you are, recognizing you, recognizing the real you, not the you the world has tried to mold, and that you tried different things and they didn't work and you were disappointed. I tried it, it didn't work, so it's not for me. I've said that so many times in my life. I said that about tapping. Oh, I don't understand this, it doesn't work. But when we recognize who we are, we're taught. We're taught the things that we need to know to exist, to live in this human body. And then we're taught the things we need to know to live. And there's a big difference between existing and living. The thoughts that we have that come up from memory, those are existing. Those are just being, just going through the motions, just putting one foot in front of another and performing the chores that we have to perform in these human bodies. But when we go into our home, in our heart, then we start to live. Then we start to sing our song, and we start to dance our dance, and we find our people that we call to us, this beautiful family that we are. We call that together. We put out an energy, and it's like a magnet that pulls us to each other. So let's just hold that. Let's hold that energy that we created this family. We created this. Do you realize that? You put out a call to be with your family. This is your soul family. And when you put out that call, it was answered, wasn't it? We found each other. We came together. It was our home, our heart, that put that call out. We knew what we needed. The perfection of us knew what was needed to live, not to just exist. We came together at a time when we were pretty much told just to exist, to just sit, not be with each other, not socialize, not do any hugs, not to socially distance, not be in close proximity. But our hearts knew that we needed togetherness. Our hearts knew that we needed each other, to lift each other up, to love on each other, to do something with all this love that was inside of us. So we came together. We did this. We created this. So know that you are perfect. Know it. Go into that heart center with your breath again and know your perfection. When you know that perfection, everything else falls into place. You'll have the perfect EKG. You'll have the perfect organ function for you. You'll be able to open your mouth and speak the words that are needed to be heard. You won't have to have an agenda. You won't have to have something written out that you're going to read. You'll speak from your heart. You'll speak from your perfection. This is what happens. This is the spiritual journey that happens. So be that. Be that. And when you say those words of the chant, and thank you, Pachetta, for typing those words out for us. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. What you are speaking is, I commit to being home. I commit to finding that perfection in me so I can bring it forward into the world and I can see you in your perfection. I can say namaste and know that this perfection inside of me recognizes the perfection inside of you. It's who we are. It's what we do as spiritual beings. We gather each other for love. That's all there is. There is only love. If you're in fear, if you're in anxiety, if you're in pain, you're up here. You're up here. You're feeding that fear with your thoughts. So let's cut that out. Let's cut out feeding the fear. Let's cut out feeding anxiety and worry. I am not worried about the journey that I'm going on. I know that I'm safe. I know that I'm protected. And I know it because I'm home with it. I know where my energy is coming from. I know that I'm spirit. I know I'm a spark of the divine. And we all are. We are all that. So feel it right now. Just feel it. Absolutely. I surrender myself to the mystic law of cause and effect. I'm home. I'm home. And stay there. You'll have thoughts that come through. We can't stop our thoughts, but we can change our attitudes. We can change our vibration and our frequency by going into that heart center, by breathing into it and breathing love and allowing that to be the place we come from, coming from love instead of coming from fear and anxiety. That's what we do when we live. So let's live. Let's start today, this moment. Let's start to turn around anything that was a worry, anything that was an anxiety. All these prayer requests that were put in the circle today. Let's turn around anything that's less than perfect. Let's claim perfection for every prayer request that was spoken, that was read. Let's claim perfection for my upcoming journey. I know you all have been praying for me and lifting me up. Let's claim perfection. Let's claim that every step of the way is perfect. Everything is working perfectly as I go through this country, this beautiful, amazing country that I live in. And as I visit other countries where my friends are, everything is working perfectly. Let's all claim that. Let's use that motto as we go through our lives today. Everything is working perfectly. And let's hold love in our heart. And let's cut the cord to anything else. We're asking Archangel Michael right now, cut the cord to anything else other than love. Letting all of that resistance go so that our boat just goes downstream. We don't need the oar to guide us. We're guided by our home. We're guided by the perfection of us in our heart. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to put down the oars today and not do a have to? I have to do this. I have to do that. Let's let all those have tos go. Let all the limits go, all those restrictions, let it go. And just be in your perfection. Release the oars, drop the crutches. Whatever you're holding on to that's a crutch for you, let it go. Just let it go and be free. Be in the freedom of you, in the freedom of your perfection. I love you all so much. I wish you could feel that love that's in my heart. Just feel the love. Be the love. Be in the perfection of this moment. Holding each other, loving each other. Let that be your desire at this moment and claim it. I claim the love from my family. I claim the love of myself. Give yourself that love. I love myself. How beautiful. How beautiful to sit in this energy of love. It is becoming very emotional. I can feel it. I can feel the tears. But they're not tears of sadness, they're tears of joy. Joy in who we are, the oneness of us all. It's such a beautiful place to sit, just being there in that energy, loving on each other, holding each other. And let's do that now. Just pick one person. Just choose one person out of our group. Hold them tight and say, I love you. I love you. You are perfect and I love you. Whew. That was so powerful. And now let's say it to the whole group. We're going to count to 3 and we're going to say thank you. We're going to really, really feel gratitude this morning. Gratitude for this amazing time together. Gratitude for the perfection of our family, the perfection that we feel inside of us, the perfection of the words that are given from Spirit to bring us to that point of home. So on the count of 3, we're all going to say, thank you, I love you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And that is such a beautiful, unconditional love. No strings. I don't love you if, I just love you. And let's stay in that mode of perfection all day long. Everything is working perfectly. Everything. Whatever it is in your life that you see as less than perfect, turn that around. As Abraham says, pivot away from that, swirl away from that. Jean Loriot taught us about the mala beads, that when you're working with the mala beads, instead of just touching it, turn it to where you want it to be. Turn to that perfection of whatever it is that you are intending to bring forward. So let's do that today. Let's turn to our perfection today. If something comes up for you as you go through your day, and it's not maybe what you anticipated or what you would see as perfect, turn it to its perfection. Just see it in its perfect state. I love you so much. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the love that you've given throughout this time together. And thank you for coming on here every morning. You make my day. You lift me up every morning when I see your names. I love all of you. So we end our show with words, the words that express that the Spirit in me sees the Spirit in you. And today we have learned that we are perfect. So my perfect Spirit that's in me sees and acknowledges and loves the perfect Spirit that's in all of y'all. And that's what we say at the end of our show. Namaste, y'all. Namaste, y'all. I see you. I see your beauty. I see your grace. I see your perfect heart. And let's hold that. Just love on each other. Hug each other tight today, all day long in your mind. You can just keep giving love. Just keep giving it out there. You all are beautiful. I love you. I love you. I love you. And hopefully I'll see you all at 11 o'clock this morning, Eastern. We'll do a silent meditation. There will be no words, just some beautiful music playing. And just go into your perfect heart and just sit in silent meditation with us. Thank you all so much. And thank you, Jana, for typing out. Namaste, y'all. See ya later. Bye, everybody.